Hey, what's up, guys? Over here. Today we're just going to be going over a quick update for CBO 2 versus CBO 1. Basically, this is just the um, campaign where I'm versing my best ads to see which one wins. This one looks like so far in the last 30 days, 500 hours spent. And these are the metrics. I'll go over them. This is not true. This is +2 because I had two more calls just today. So 8 calls total. I think +1 because there was also inbound, but let's just say 8 for now. Do not edit. Cool. So this is the ad set level, and I wrote down some notes. Let me just take a picture of this. Wrote down some metrics to have in each ad. Right. So this is B2B. So the metrics that we are going to be using is the following. So the ad spend is obviously a metric, but the CPM, this should be, and let me just copy the arrow. This should be from $30 to $90 to 90. The CTR, click-through rate, all should be 0.1 to 3%. So let's just say 1% to 3%. The cost per click, all should be $2 to $5. So $2 to $5. Outbound CTR, this one is pretty low. Ours is pretty high, by the way. Outbound CTR, basically the click-through rate when someone takes you outside the ad. This should be 0.75% to 1% plus. So 1 plus percent. Or I wrote 1% plus, so I'll just go with that. Okay, cost per outbound click. That's not that important. I mean, it's pretty important, but cost per outbound click or link click, cost per outbound link click should be between $3 to $7. Let me just write that down. Screw it. Cost per outbound click, link click, $3 to $7. And these are the big ones. Cost per initiated checkout. It should be 20. And again, this is for B2B, and I'm specifically doing roofing. And roofing, your costs tend to be a little bit higher because if you're talking to roofing, there's less roofing business owners there than there are like chiropractors or, for example, doctors or what's the word I'm looking for? Customers like B2C, right? Regular people, there's more regular people than there are roofers, for example. Okay, so cost per initiated checkout, this is $20 all the way to $50 plus. I wrote down $47. We'll say $50. The cost per booked call can be anywhere from $67 to $157. And especially for roofing, I've seen some of my ads do like 150 cost per book call, which is pretty expensive. And not even qualified book call, just cost per book call in my previous campaigns. I can show you for an example. This. See how it says like cost per appointment? This is a cost per book call, and this ad says so CBO2. 116, and these ones didn't even. This is maximum. These ones didn't even schedule an appointment, so it can get expensive for roofing specifically. But after I lay these metrics, we're going to go over the ad set level. And we're also going to go over the actual ads in the ad set and look at the metrics there. And cost per book call. Cool. For now, we'll keep it right there. And these two are the important ones, right? Also, click-through rate is important. Cost per click is also important. All of these are important, but those are the ones I especially look at. This is actually pretty valid for roofing, as you saw, like $142 per book call, but nonetheless. Okay. So now we are in the ad set level, and this is the maximum. I started running this. Was it December 27th? It was December 27th to January 27th. It's been a month. Wow, to the day. Nice. Spent $500. Our impressions are 9,007 impressions, and our CPM, if you guys can see that, so CPM right here is $30 to $90. Ours is 57, so 60, smack in the middle. I'm pretty sure it's the same as before, but similar to before in my previous update video. So the click-through rate all is 5.87%. This is way higher than 1 to 3%. This is also for the ad level. The metrics I'm getting are for B2B winning ad KPIs. So KPI stands for key performance indicators. Basically, what stats do you need to determine whether an ad is a winning ad? What metrics do you have that tells you whether an ad is a winning ad? So this is B2B. B2C is a little bit cheaper because there's way more customers out there, way more regular people out there than business owners. But let's just get back into this. So cost per click is really low, 99 cents, which is pretty good. So like $1. And this one is definitely even below range. So $2 to $5, we have $1. Perfect. Outbound CTR is really high. Ours is 1.54. Sorry, I can't talk. 1.54%, and this is way higher than our like KPI right here. Outbound link click is $3.75. This is also within metrics, so that's fine. 139 link. I can't say link today, sorry. So link clicks is 139. The cost per link click is $3.75. Landing page views. Where is the checkouts? Right here. So cost per initiate checkout, $17. When we get in the ad set level, it's a little bit higher because one of the ads did better than the other. So it's cheaper to initiate checkout in the one ad than it is the other. This is $17, and our initiate checkout is 20 to 50. So within KPI, 8 appointments scheduled, and $65 cost per appointment, which is really good. And this is like $1.82 cheaper than our KPI. Our KPI says like $67 to $157 for the cost per booked appointment. This is booked appointment. This is book call down here. Let me just change it to booked appointment because that's what Meta uses. So let's keep things consistent. So our ad set in general, this ad set and this campaign was very, very successful. I'm gonna let this run. If it's working, why try to? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay. Click. Let's get into the ads. So we have the CBO one, winging the script, and the CBO two. CBO stands for campaign budget optimization, which is basically what we're doing. We're optimizing the campaign budget to these specific ads. I just had 2 different campaigns here. So this was where is it? Roofing ad campaign 1, this is CBO 1. Roofing ad campaign 2, this is CBO 2. This was me boosting a post, so don't worry about that. My cost per through play was like 1 cent. It was super cheap. Can I even show that here? I don't know if I can show that here, but my through play cost was 1 cent, and I had more like through plays than views at one point. So this was a very successful boost. But that's a different topic. Okay, let's get into the ads. Let's go to the beginning. Okay, so immediately I'm noticing that more was spent on the CBL1 ad, probably because it booked more appointments. It booked, it booked 6 appointments as compared to 2 for the other one, even though the checkouts initiated were kind of the same. Again, that can be for a ton of different things. Maybe people they saw it at like a different time of day, a lot of different reasons why that may happen. But let's go into the so CBO1 is at this bottom row, and then CBO2 is at this top row. So the first ad, we're gonna just call it first ad, bottom row. Second ad, second row. Keep things simple. So CPM, the cost per 1,000 impressions, is around $60. So let's say CPM 30 to 90. Again, smack in the middle. The first ad is a little bit cheaper, and then the second ad is like smack in the middle. This click through rate is really high on the second ad. Obviously, the CTRL is way above KPI, right? It should be between 1 to 3%, 1 to 3%, but ours is 4.38 and 8.29% for CBO1 and CBO2, the first ad and second ad respectively. So way above KPI. I think this one though I was getting because I was getting a lot of comments on these ads, and they were a lot. Some of them, actually, a good chunk of them, weren't actually like roofing business owners. Some of them were like saying DM me. Some of them were like asking me for like questions and stuff. But this ad had a lot of people who weren't roofing business owners. So they would click on the ad and just dip. That's what my guess is. I need to do some more research, but this click through rate on this ad is insane. This is insane. But what we care about, again, is these checkouts initiated and the website book calls. The click-through rate was insane for this ad. It only booked 2 appointments. So let's just move on. Cost per click is really cheap on this ad, 0.73, because I think this got more link clicks, actually. Is there link clicks? It had less. Wow, okay. Interesting. Cost per click was really cheap on this one, although it's still like the cost per click should be between $2 and $5. Ours is way less than that. $1.30 and $1.29 and then 73 cents. Like it's really cheap. Outbound CTR is also pretty good, really good. 0.75% to 1%. These already exceed the 1% mark. I also expect ad 2 because it had an 8.29% click through rate to also have a pretty high outbound CTR. Right here, 1.83%. Link clicks. First one had more link clicks. The cost per click was cheaper on the second ad, $3.28, and a little bit more expensive on the first. But that is still within metrics. Cost per link click, not outbound link click, sorry. Regular link click. $3 to $7, definitely within KPI. Excuse me. So for the landing page views, 63 on the first ad, 54 on the second one. And the cost per landing page view is $5 for the first one and $3.83 on the second one. I took a picture of this, but let me see if I can. Okay, it looks like I didn't write down the landing page view, but this is definitely pretty good. For a landing page view, that's pretty good. 14 checkouts initiated, meaning it's about $20. Let's just say $19.66 for the first ad, and then $14.78 for a second ad, and that is definitely within KPI, right? The cost per initial checkout is $20 to $50, at least it should be. This is below that KPI, meaning it's even cheaper for us to run these ads and get more and get the same amount of checkouts initiated. So both these ads, I would say, are winning ads, and I forgot to mention. 2 appointments scheduled for the second ad, 6 for the first ad. I'm thinking because I added captions and I had more like a more Instagram type ad reel. It looked like a reel. I just put myself on camera and just started talking. There were like captions and images and stuff. Whereas the second ad was me standing like on a wall with a fixed camera angle, but I forgot to add captions for that one. So I'm thinking that's partly the reason why. Um, I'll have to do some more research on that, but definitely from what I'm seeing, the cost per booked appointment is very cheap for this first ad. So it should be between $67 and $157. Ours is 52 for the first ad and 103 for the second ad. So 103 is like still on like the, let's say like 30th, 40th percentile. So that is still very manageable. And although it's almost double the cost per booked appointment on the first ad. So this first ad, we're gonna let both these ads run to give it like more time. It's only been like a month. Month is a good time, and we spent like plenty of money. But the first ad is definitely the winning ad overall. We'll keep them both running, but this first ad was really good. Let me just make sure I had everything here. Cool. So yeah, I'm thinking. I think. I think it's because I didn't add captions, or maybe the copy in the first ad was better. For some reason, this ad had a lower click through rate, but had more checkouts initiated, even though the funnel I had was the same. I did change one question in the form. I think like today or yesterday. Sorry, yesterday. I forgot what it was, but I reworded the if you don't show up, you will get banned from our system to um, like to more professional, nicer like copywriting. I forgot what it was. Let's check. Let's check. So instead of me trying to remember, let's just see what I changed it to. Right. Excuse me. Right here. This call is limited and by application only. Type yes if you will attend. We only keep the slot open if you confirm, otherwise it's released. Better than saying, "Oh, hey, if you don't show up, you'll get banned." Right? That might like intimidate like serious roofers, or which is the last thing we want, right? So a little more professional, a little more easier, but still, we got the point across. And I do think this is helping for sure. And the form, or other than that, the form's the exact same. The I changed something else, but it was like a text change, so it wasn't like that big. I forgot what it was though. But overall, this was a very successful campaign. This one I'm gonna keep running. Um, let's just do like last 30 days. Now you know what? Let's just go maximum. Let's do that. Overall, very successful. The algorithm, because I've been keeping this online for like a month straight. Now the algorithm is starting to pick up. What's it called? What types of people these ads attract, and which ones actually book calls with me, right? Because I have a pixel set up on my website, on my funnel, and the ones who actually follow through, that gives information to the algorithm about which users did that, which is very important. Now the algorithm can target specifically those roofing business owners who actually want to like get more leads per month, like my ad, see my ad over and over again, and want to like potentially work with me. Right? That's what a lead is. But yeah, just a quick update video. And this is the ad. This is the campaign level, so these numbers are a little bit different. Although it should be the same as the ad set level because I only have one ad set. Yeah. Overall, successful campaign. We're gonna keep it running. And other than that, I just hope you guys learned something from this. Just a quick updated video. You can also take this information right here about what winning ads are defined as for B2B. On roofing, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. So these numbers might be a little bit more expensive, but generally for B2B, this is the KPI you want. The KPIs you want for what you want to consider a winning ad. Okay, hope you guys learned something. If you guys do want to learn how to get more roofing leads every single month consistently, then, excuse me, um, check the link below. There's going to be a link to my calendar page where you can meet one-on-one with me completely for free. Let's just do this. And the link is also in my YouTube bio. So if you want to learn how to get more consistent roofing leads every single month, get on a call. We'll see how we can help you if you would like to. Other than that, hope you guys learn something new, go make some more money, and have a great day. Peace.